With anything that I get involved with, I hope that it would be, it has to have something that's special about it, that I could say at least that I'm involved with it, I want to be involved with it.
Robert De Niro is one of the best actors to ever hit a movie screen. And as a businessman, he's not exactly an underachiever. He owns major stakes in restaurants and hotels, including one in Saudi Arabia and very soon in Manila. And now, De Niro's co-created a new vodka called Vodka 6100 with Artisan Spirit Merchants, an Australian company. But in a world where most celebrities eagerly associate their names with consumer products, De Niro has shied away from doing that. He grants interviews rarely, and he keeps his private life, well, pretty private. And at 70, and still a successful actor who needs no publicity, he'll probably keep it that way. So why and how did Robert De Niro get involved with the vodka brand? I sat down with Robert De Niro, the businessman, and with ASM to find out.
How did it come together?
This was, I guess I was approached almost 2 years ago about it. And they had told me about, Jamie Packer said, this vodka, and, and I'll send someone over to explain to you. And he sent Margaret Jackson to the state, to New York. And she took out a whole bunch of bottles of different vodkas and had me taste them, and then this vodka. And I tasted it, and it was good.
What's fascinating is that we're in this culture where celebrities are fighting to get what people call endorsement deals, to get their names associated with products. You've never associated your name with a consumer product.
No, I mean, I've done some ads in here and there, but nothing, nothing.
Why haven't you?
I didn't see, I didn't want to do that. And if I became part of something like Nobu or other business ventures that I'd get involved in or into, I wanted to be an active participant, and I'll do what I can from my side to support that, but I just don't want to come in and be paid as somebody to go do it. And I've done that, but for real important things, I just didn't. I mean, I was approached by some people who wanted to do a whole campaign, which was very tasteful, terrific idea, and then I saw what they were. I said, well, fine, if I'm part of the whole thing, but I just don't want to just, you pay me and thank you, goodbye. And so it just wasn't worth it for me.
But ASM is positioning Vodka 6100 as a luxury brand. Priced as a premium vodka, it's the first vodka coming into the market that's made from whey, mixed with New Zealand spring water. They'll initially sell it in New Jersey, New York, and Connecticut, and in most of De Niro's restaurants and hotels.
When you're building luxury brands or super premium brands, you don't always need to be basically out front and center in an extreme way. And I think when you think about Vodka 6100, what we're trying to do is build a very elegant, sophisticated luxury brand. It's a new expression. And so a partnership with someone like Robert is obviously going to have a very different shape to how it would be if you went with a more mainstream, high-profile sports personality or one of the younger base of actors that's out there today.
Like the deal drink maker Diageo put together in 2007 with Sean Combs, a partnership that could eventually make Combs a billionaire. Diddy and De Niro share the fact that they're both icons, but their marketing strategies are, to say the least, quite different. As a brand ambassador, Combs' face is all over the place, but not De Niro's.
Will we see Robert De Niro's face on a billboard or on the side of a bus or in a magazine article ad?
You may see Robert's face in a magazine. It's probably more likely to be in an interview about his thoughts about, what is the right type of vodka and how to. I don't think you're going to be seeing him on the side of a bus anytime soon.
ASM declined to discuss the terms of their financial agreement with De Niro, but you can bet that De Niro's being compensated.
We have meetings with him on a weekly basis to talk about what are the right types of restaurants, bars, fine dining that we want to be able to introduce this to. We're working through a lot of the friends and relationships that he has in the industry to make sure we're going to be found in the right places. Robert was involved in introducing the product because he'd been so involved to all of our partners. We hosted a wonderful event with him and Grace just Tuesday of last week. where that was celebrating the president of Rwanda's wife. Very elegant, very upscale. You know, Vodka 6100 was the spirit that was there, served to all of these notables. And we had a wonderful turnout of guests and celebrities who are part of Robert's network and Grace's network of friends.
So it's not that Robert De Niro doesn't want to do any business outside of acting. He's done plenty of both. But when he does consider opportunities, his estimation of how successful a venture can be isn't based on an MBA thesis. In fact, his requirements are pretty simple.
You manage to be associated with these businesses and people know this is a De Niro project.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I don't mind. That's what I want to be, but not like I'm the face of it or that. This,
right.
It's just not what I want to, you know, the way I like, the thing has to work on its own. Nobu is great because it works on its own. If it didn't, you know, we hear about celebrity restaurants all the time. If they go by the wayside, it's because they're not up to par.
Mm-hmm.
And the same with anything that I get involved with. I hope that it would be, it has to have something that's special about it that I could say at least that I'm involved with it. I want to be involved with it.
What is the key, speaking of restaurants, what is the key to success in the restaurant business from your standpoint?
You have to have good food, period.
Okay.
If you don't have good food, then nobody...
What about
That's it.
service?
I mean, some places can have like okay food, and it's the atmosphere and the whole feel of the place. That's a different thing. There are places like that. You like to go there even though the food's not great. It's good. It's more than adequate, but not like Nobu. The food is really, for me, great.